And joining us today on our Eye on Terre Haute is Mayor Duke Bennett. Thanks for joining us again.
Good to be here.
Good. Now, one of the things we want to talk about today is we have a lot of businesses coming to Terre Haute, sprouting up all over the place. What does this mean for the city?
You know, it's always good news when somebody wants to invest, and there's always critics of things. They don't say, oh, another restaurant or another store. But that just tells you that they know this is a good place to do business. They can make money here, and that's always a positive thing. We've got an economy that's kind of weathered the storm overall. People still continue to come here for health services and a variety of other things, education. They're going to eat, they're going to shop, they're going to do those kinds of things. And so it's great to hear that there's new things coming. And we had a little bit of a lull last year. I've told people 2012 was really good, 2013 wasn't so good. I really think 2014 is going to be a good year for that for just a variety of reasons. If the economy would improve overall nationally, I think we'd even have more success stories.
Okay, but you're happy with how it's going then?
Yeah, and I think we're going to have a couple of announcements here that are not retail related. That people are going to be excited about. They're going to be good paying jobs, and it just seems like we're really shaping up to have a good year economically in our community.
Okay, and one of the other things we just recently talked about on News 10 was the Deming Center recently sold.
Yeah, that's, it raises a lot of questions with people, and I guess just in a nutshell, it was a building that needed a lot of work done to it. And with people living in it, you just can't do that kind of work. It needs new fire system, new ADA compliance, just an upgrade overall. And you just can't do that with, over 100 people living in that facility. And so the decision was made to build the new Warren Village out on 25th Street. Those residents can move there, or they can move elsewhere in the housing authority system. They can choose where they want to go. They're not being kicked out. It's just the building needed a major rework. And so then when it was looked at, it was going to be too cost prohibitive for the housing authority to do that. So they decided to sell it. So now it's gone to a private developer who's going to do that investment, over $6 million of remodeling, bring it up to the current codes, and then it'll have market rate apartments in it. They intend to go after ISU students who want to live off campus, even though it's right across the street. But it's not tied to ISU in any way. It's a private development, and they'll be reaching out to anybody who wants to live downtown. And so it puts that building back on the tax rolls too, which is a good thing. So overall, there's a little bit of change for people, but I think it's going to be good for the community.
And just to make it clear, they didn't want to kick people out. They just had to let people move out because they had to do so much reconstruction that you just can't live there during that mess.
You can't. There's no way. And so they would have had to move somewhere anyway because it's going to take time for that remodeling to occur. Now it'll just happen under a private developer's watch and not part of the housing authority. And then those facilities out of Warren Village are going to be really, really nice, fully ADA compliant, brand new facilities, and they're paying the same price as what they're paying here, so it'll be a good deal.
You can't beat brand new.
No, it's always good.
Now, the other thing I want to mention is this weather. I know we've had a really rough winter, I feel like, and it's kind of taken a toll on everybody, not only just mentally, physically, but financially.
It has. I tell you, you talk to everybody and they can't wait till spring comes. I can't either. We've still got leaf pickup to do.
Yes.
We haven't been able to get to the limbs from all the, the storms. We're just doing pothole repair and snow removal, and our budget's pretty tight. We're going to be okay, but we can't. I hope it doesn't snow anymore. That's kind of where we're at now. This last storm, we used up most of our salt supply, so that's pretty much gone for the year until next, December. We'll have salt again. And a lot of overtime and a lot of repairs to our equipment. And so we'll be doing that and getting adjusted to do some spring cleanup. We will get those things done. It's just been a long and very, very severe winter.
So you still plan on doing leaf pickup? I know that's a thing that's important to many people here.
People still have them sitting out there, and as soon as they dry out, they're not frozen and they're not full of water and soaking wet, we'll be back to get them. We will definitely get them.
Okay, now I have to ask, do you have a backup plan in case magically Kevin or Lindsay decide to throw another winter storm at us?
It'll be mostly sand that we'll have to throw at the intersections. And of course, that's a lot of cleanup we have to do this spring too. We're going to be doing a lot of sidewalk and street sweeping to get all that sand picked up that we've thrown out. But that's what everybody's having to do because pretty much everybody's out of salt.
Okay, and just quickly I want to mention the coke and carbon site. This weather has actually kind of slowed things down there.
Yeah, the last thing that has to be done is to bring in topsoil to put in and then plant grass to grow this spring. So as soon as the weather cooperates, they'll be able to finish that out. It's really exciting that we hope to develop that whole area, and so more to be said about that in the very near future.
All right, well, thanks for stopping by and sharing with us.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. News 10, we'll be right back.